Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Holmes here. Today I'm going to tell you guys my story with high school slash secondary school. It's called secondary school where I am because I live in Ireland. I didn't finish school. I dropped out twice. So I dropped out when I was 16 and then for the final time when I was 18. And I'm going to tell you the reasons why I dropped out, why I didn't do so well in school. I did very well in primary school slash elementary school. I got all A's. I just aced it. I was doing very good. Everything during the day in the classes, all the tests, boom, 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 A's. It was too easy. I didn't even feel challenged. And then I go into secondary school, high school, whatever you want to call it for the people out there. And I need a tripod for this thing. And right when I got in there, I started rapping. I started doing music when I was 12. Just from I was doing swimming at the time. I was a competitive swimmer, and that's what I wanted to do at the time. I wanted to be an Olympic swimmer. That was my goal for Ireland. I wanted to represent Ireland, get a gold medal, and I was on that path. I was waking up at 5:30 in the morning, and I was training when I was 12. And then what happened was, a few boys started doing rap battles in my school, in primary school, and I was about 12 years old. And I got sucked into that because I really enjoyed as soon as I started, I just really enjoyed doing it. And yeah, freestyle rapping. And from there, it grasped me and I was like, I was like, I can't really do rapping, you know what I mean? I'm a guy from West Ireland, I'm a white dude, I can't do this, you know what I mean? It's just never been done. It was only Eminem who I was looking up to and Dr. Dre and all them, but Eminem was the only, white guy. And yeah, I was just thinking, this ain't realistic. And then I found MGK, and MGK documented the story, and then I seen, oh, okay, wait a second. It drew the line for me between famous, normal person and getting famous, and how it can be done because he documented his journey. So I go into secondary school and I'm kind of hooked into this rapping thing, and I'm denying it. I'm denying myself of it because I'm just like, yo, you're smart as hell, become a doctor. You're smart as hell, become a doctor. Forget about this rapping thing. This thing's nonsense. Only Eminem, only Dr. Dre, only all them are the people who can do that. You can't do that. You're just some dude from West Ireland. What are you thinking, So I go to secondary school, and then I'm like, yo, this is getting harder. And then I was getting more into the rapping because it was really helping me express myself during hard times. I was having hard times when I was a teenager. It wasn't a nice time for me. So it was really helping me express what I was going through, my anxiety, my depression, etc., etc. And then yeah. About 14 years old, I was pretty damn outcast when it came to school. I was already wanting to quit. I already wanted to quit school, and thinking back, I should have taken initiative and quit school when I was 14. I'm saying that straight now, no mercy towards this because I know exactly what I want to do. I know exactly where I'm taking my life. I know exactly what I'm doing. You feel me? I've had struggles, I've had this and that, and it's only because I didn't take responsibility and go for what I wanted out of life. You get me? I let all these adults, these people stray me different directions. So I keep going to school, and I'm not doing well in school no more. By 15, I'm getting C's, D's, a lot, missing school. When I was 14, my dad got called in to a government counselor who was saying, yo, your kid needs to go to school or else you're gonna be in big trouble. We're gonna, could have been a chance that I could have been taken off him or whatever. I don't know what the law is there, but they're threatening this crap. They're saying, yo, you're gonna be in some serious trouble if you don't get your kid to go to school for the rest of the year. So I went to school for the rest of the year, didn't miss a day. It was from April on, so it was only 2 months. It was nothing. Easy, 15 years old, I'm still in school, finished my junior cert, which is an exam. That's like middle school to high school for you people in the US. I'm half Californian, by the way, that's why I got the accent. But yeah, so I finish up there, and then when I'm 16, I go into a group of older kids who did this year. It's an optional year, but I choose not to do it, so I go and bang. And then school's getting real hard now. School's getting hard, and then yeah, I was starting to do well with the rapping, and I was like, yo, this school thing is getting really damn hard, you get me? And they're really pressuring me, etc., etc. And they're putting me under pressure to find a career and all this. And I was like, yo, what the hell's all this about? You get me? Like, I'm like, yo, this is dim, and people were getting dimmer and dimmer. And then I'm like, yo, I'm dropping the fuck out. So I dropped out. I just quit, and my parents were so mad. My parents were so mad, and me and my parents would be fighting all the time. And there was a day when I just got pissed off of being shouted at in my house and when I went to school, so I just smashed everything and stayed at my friend's house for a while. And I was always outside the house. I was trying to stay away from the house as much as I could. I was skipping school, staying in abandoned buildings and shit. It just wasn't a good time, you feel. And then yeah, I missed 6 months of school. I just quit, dropped the fuck out, went crazy. And when I went crazy, my parents, when I broke all the shit in my house, it didn't break that much. My parents, only a few glasses knocked over, a few chairs. But my parents were like, yeah, we need to stop being so hard on this guy, you get me? This ain't doing him any good. So bang, that finishes up. I'm like, alright, I'm going back to school, you know. I said, I'm gonna try and make you guys happy. I'm gonna go back to school. Went back to school, did that year. And then bang, that was that complete. And then I was all mixed up, you know. I was all mixed up as a teenager. And I was at half in school, and then I get a girlfriend, and I went to Berlin performing. After this 1 year that I successfully did, I took the last 2 months off because all I was doing was having sex, smoking weed, going different places, drinking, partying, performing, enjoying my success as a teenage rapper, doing pretty decent for my age and shit, you know. So I was just having a good time. I missed the last 2 months of that year, and then I got into a bad relationship. And then, yeah, I was just drinking, smoking, and it turned me. I ended up started doing drugs, and when I was in that relationship, I never got too deep into drugs. I just did a lot of drugs, a lot of different types of drugs, but I was never like an addict or nothing like that. But I know what this shit's about. I've had my experiences and shit, you know. But yeah, so bang, relationship ends, and then it's my last year of school. I'm 18 years old at this point. It's my last year of school. I have to finish. So I repeated that year that I was talking about where I missed the 6 months. I had to repeat that and go back to people who were mostly my age. I was in the older class, and now I'm in, because of the optional year that people can do. Most of my class did the optional year, and then bang, I was dropped back to them. So, you know, I was ahead of them, and then I was dropped back to them. So I'm chilling. It was alright. It was an alright year in school. To be honest, I could have finished school, you get me? I could have finished school if I wasn't doing all this dumb stuff, but as I said, like, I think school ain't for everyone. I don't think it's good for you. It's not very good if you know what you want to do, because I knew what I wanted to do, and bang. Maybe I shouldn't have quit it out when I was 14. I'll take that back, but you know, I knew what I wanted to do. School in Ireland's pretty damn pressuring, so in the last year, I was drinking all the time, smoking weed every day, and I was just like, yo, I can't do this anymore. I was just too addicted to everything, and I was brokenhearted, so I just flunked out, because one of my friends was like, in the middle of the class, it's just like, yo, you want to go smoke weed? Forget about this shit. And then I was like, yeah. I never went back after that. And that's why I didn't finish school. It's crazy. But all I'm saying, there's points in my mind, there's things saying, yo, maybe I should have taken initiative and went with my career when I was younger and quit school. To me, being 100 with you, school don't mean nothing to me, because I was never gonna go to college, you get me? So me quitting school, it ain't that big of a deal, but it's just the way in which I did it. It was pretty sloppily done, you get me? Because I ended up just being really mixed up and ended up becoming an addict and shit, you know, to just dumb substances. and being just confused and bang. That's the reason I left, because I just had to keep the addiction going, you get me? Feed the addiction. And yeah, for sure, if you know what you want to do, go with that, follow your soul, especially in these times, coronavirus. It shows you guys that you don't need to, this system ain't something you can rely on. That's what it shows you. You feel? You need to build yourself up. That's it, period. Build yourself up. Build up your skills. It don't matter if you got no leaving cert, no junior cert, no high school diploma, whatever, you get me? Because of me, with the videos I'm doing right now, you see it's kind of hard for me, you get me? Because I'm spilling my deepest struggles into a camera. But this will get easier, and it's gonna get easier by the day, because I can feel myself drifting towards it. I have a curiosity with it, and speaking and helping people, etc., etc. So if I do this for a certain amount of time, I can be on radio without, and I haven't got no college degree. I only just turned 20. So, you know, and doing my music's getting better and better all the time, like getting really good, because I'm focusing on it, making an album a month. You feel me? So it's on you, bro. Do the work. School, or else you're gonna be put to work by school systems, by colleges, by you know, people who are hiring you and shit. You get me? You see why it's hard for me to make these videos? Because all my life I never took responsibility like this to put my shit out there and to maybe spark a change in someone else, you get me? I just stayed away, stayed in some comfort zone where I pretended to be like all these other rappers, etc., etc. Now I'm really coming out and saying my shit, and it's new to me, and it's new, and I'm uncomfortable, and that's what's so great about it. You get me? That's how I know I'm on the right track. Bless up, everyone. Have a great day.